So, welcome to the importance of play. My name is Elizabeth Brunshin Cartagena, and I work for K Research and Extension, which is a statewide network of educators sharing unbiased, research-based information and expertise on issues important to Kansas. How is your day today? Today is a grateful day, or a very last day, or a tired day, or a connected with nature day, or a mad day? Is it a curious day or a proud day? Is it an adventure day or a not happy day? Is it a try new thing day or a relaxed day? Well, at some point, we all experience days like we have here from 1 to 11. If you're experiencing days 1, 5, or 9, pause, take a deep breath, and shift your focus on small, beautiful things that happened in your life before. That smile received from others, being able to get a nap when you really need one, listening to your favorite song coming on the radio, or maybe an old friend texting you to see how you're doing. Or the one that I really like is putting your hand in the pocket of maybe a pant or a shirt or a coat and finding money you forgot about. Those are little things, moments that, that makes us happy. And we have to focus as soon as we open our eyes on things that make us feel relaxed and happy, even though sometimes we have struggles in life and the day is not very good, but we have to discipline ourselves on not allowing those struggles to take over or in our lives the whole day. You have a problem, well, take a deep breath. Like I said, those examples of beautiful little moments don't have to be a big moment that brought you happiness, and keep thinking on that experience that you had. Well, we're going to talk about the importance of play. And remember, you are the one that can make a difference in your child or your children. Play is how children test their ideas and learn new skills. When you were a baby or a kid, when you were playing, you were testing ideas and learning new skills. From day one, children are eager and determined to understand how the world works. Play is how children learn to communicate, to solve some problems, to test ideas, and get along with others. Encouraging your child play is one of the most important ways to nurture development, and it begins on day one. All children begin playing very early in life. When infants pick up objects and shake them up and down and bang them on the table or rolls them around in their hand, they are playing. So play develops over time from very simple to more complex forms of play. Later, play skills build on earlier ones, like, for example, the pictures that we're seeing in our slide. That's the box that have different shapes, and the kids start knowing little by little when they start trying. Maybe they start in a circle that will fit. So they're going to start solving that problem little by little until maybe sometimes the parents have to help. Hey, this one goes here. And that memory of that information that they're getting make them finally find the shape of the star with the star little toy to put in there. So in this one, start like that, but then later on is the same skills that are more advanced that we are going to use when we put a puzzle together. Many adults think of play as something children to do to fill time between important activities or when we're busy. Our parents says, go play, I'm busy. Actually, play is one of the most important ways young children learn about the world. Through play, children explore the world, learn valuable information, and build networks of connection in the brain. And we're going to see this in more details. But first, what was your favorite game? Was it hide and seek? Was it tag? Which one was your favorite game? And how you felt when you were playing those games? Because what was your favorite one? So you should bring good memories and the feelings back again of how you were playing. Could be with your friends, by yourself, or with your parents. Do you remember any time that your parents played with you? How you felt in that moment, and how you feel right now remembering that they were playing with you? How are the feelings now if their parents didn't play with you? How you feel about that? I remember my mom, I think, one time we were playing Chinese checkers, but they didn't play too much with us. They'll talk to us, but not too much playing. But I remember cousins playing with us and that experience, but not our parents. They were very busy. We were a big family. And so now that I'm a parent, I wish that I played with my parents. That didn't happen, but I can give that to my children now because I know it feels good. Those memories when my children are older and somebody asks them, did your parents play with you? They will say yes. And the happiness that we felt when we were playing, that will come to the memory. And hopefully they do that with my grandkids and so on. Going back to the brain, we mentioned information for this class, and we're going to see here the 4 lobes in each hemisphere. The frontal, which is the purple one in this picture, is the one that we use for thinking, reasoning, planning, making decisions, judging. And the movement that we do is voluntarily. So you are conscious of what you're doing. Also, in the frontal is the Broca, which is produce the spoken and written language, the left side. Below the frontal is the temporal, and is above the ear, and is responsible for the ability to listen and to process and use the language. So the Wernicke, which is in the left side, understand the meaning of the speech. And then we have the kind of like pink or red on the top. That's the parietal. And so it is located in the crown and is in charge of the touch, the pain, the spatial perception, the orientation of the body. And then the occipital, which is at the bottom, the right, below the parietal. It is the one in charge of the visual process that interprets and distinguishes forms. The very low part is the cerebellum. Okay, so on the top also is the motor cortex, which is the motor coordination. So how you see, the whole brain works together when we are doing, like, we're going to see them playing. Like with Simon Says. So Simon Says is the person is asking you to do something, but you have to wait for the keyword or phrase. If that person says Simon Says, then you go ahead and do what they are asking. They say Simon Says, raise your left hand. So that's what you're going to do. If they say, stomp on with your feet, but didn't say Simon Says, then you can do anything. Okay? And so you're going to see here how that simple game, the whole brain is working together. So Simon Says in the frontal lobe, thinking and reasoning and planning and judging. You're going to judge that person says Simon Says or not. Thinking what I'm going to do. They say, the person says, raise your left hand. That's the thinking. The planning, I'm going to do it now or not. So you have to understand what they're saying with the temporal. The parietal, which is the orientation of the body, if they say stand in one leg, that brain have to know that which one is the leg they're asking to bring, if it's the right leg or the left leg. And then also the motor coordination. You have to make sure that you keep that leg up and the other one supporting the whole body. And occipital, the visual, and maybe you don't hear well, but you're looking at others and you're copying what the others are doing. So it is a simple game, but the whole brain, it is very active. So when engaging play, children practice skills and reinforce and expand their knowledge. They tried something new, like we said, and they practice it over and over again until it's perfected. They may also accidentally do something new. So endless possibilities unfold as they notice, repeat, and expand on that new action. In play, we find new roles, decision making, what they want to play, how they want to play. Do they want to play alone, with others? And when to switch to another activity. Children learn and develop cognitive skills. For example, playing like they're in the grocery store. Now they're practicing math or problem solving, or even new vocabulary of the things I want to sell, or they're in the menu. Physical abilities in balancing blocks or running on the playground. New vocabulary, like we said. Like in the word that they need to play with toy dinosaurs, or any other things that they are playing with. Social skills in playing together in a pretend, being maybe in a car wash. Literacy skill in creating a menu for a pretend restaurant. So play is so important. Okay. So play builds connections in the brain, and we want to see and continue to discover or kind of refreshing what is going on when we play. So through play, the children can explore new materials. Could be man-made materials or from nature, like paper, the material of paper or plastic or glass or metal. Textile could be the clothes of the adults, or sometimes those are made of clothes. The nature materials are like wood, could be like wooden blocks or cars, clay, rocks, leaves. So a good toy is one that is fun for your child, and it is age appropriate, and they can help develop those needs and their personality. So we don't have to have maybe the toy that just came, just anything. You are going to see that anything could be a toy for a child. And sometimes we adults are looking for the expensive and the most music or more lights, and we're going to see that we don't need really that. So a question, what could be the oldest toy in the world? What could be the first oldest toy in the world? And this one, we play with them, and also animals play with them. And that will be the stick. The stick may be the world's oldest toy. Children find a stick an endless source of make-believe fun. I remember my son, a stick was the lifesaver, or it could be the walking stick, or he has so many things with a long stick that he has for a long time. But animals play with sticks, and we use them to play fetch with our dogs, or my dog love to carry sticks and play with them all the time. And another fact is the yo-yo is believed to be the second oldest toy in the world. The name yo-yo comes from a Filipino expression meaning calm, calm. And with the yo-yo, you know that is a very good example of cause and effect. Also, when children are playing, they can experience with cause and effect. For example, when they push a bowl of food off the table, that's a cause and effect. Or tear down a tower of blocks. So when a child pushes a bowl down a hole, it will fall. Or they wind the handle of a pop-up toy. Every time they shake a rattle or punch a bottom, and the result is a sound of a mechanical action. A button, I should say. Like we said, they reinforce and expand skills, and they practice decision making. Am I going to put the this block here, or we're going to try new roles, like maybe today I'm going to be a teacher, tomorrow I'm going to be the mom, tomorrow maybe I'm going to be the police, or who, we kept changing. That was one of the fun things that we had as a child, to try different things that we have seen, but just pretend to be a pirate or things like that. And so it is a full moment of interactions that we're going to learn in our brain. Every time that we have the same information, it's really, that's how we create the memory. So even if the child wants to play the same thing, and you say, let's try this, and he wants to do the same thing, that's fine. That is going to bring really more information that he's going to use later on in other things. So let's see the brain development and the play in different ages. So we're going to start with 0 to 2. So the brain begins to develop sensory abilities. So sight, hearing, tact, taste, smell. We gather all that information from day one. And so that's why the children will put things in their mouth, they're going to touch everything. They hear a noise and they turn their head, looking what is that noise, and different things. And the children become aware of their bodies and surroundings. Bite. But later on, like 4 to 6 months, they discovered, especially the toes, because they know about the hands, and they start playing with the hands. But since the toes are like a little bit farther than the other one, they take like 4 to 6 months, or sometimes before, And they start playing with their toes and bringing the toes to their mouth. And so it is discovering their surroundings. They play engages the senses and teaches cause and effect, like we said. They drop things and they see the reaction. The peekaboo, there is again that is really very good for the brain. Ages 2 to 3. So the brain continues to develop language and thinking skills. Now they're not babies anymore. So their brain is really, really getting so much information. And so the vocabulary and the hand and eye coordination keeps growing. And so now they know where to put that star in the space for the star. And they keep even helping others to know what they know. And the play enables children to make choices. Am I going to play with my bear now? Or I'm going to play with my cars or my horses. So those choices that it's kind of like the foundation for life, because we're going to make choices through all our lives. Also, the initial understanding of emotions begin. So 2 years old are also capable of empathy, which is understanding the feelings of others. And you might see a child comforting a peer who is hurt, or even cry when he sees another child who is upset. And at the same time, toddlers still love to say no, and they struggle with resolving conflicts with friends. So that's the beginning of understanding that other people, other kids, or my friends have emotions, not just me. Ages 4 and 5. The fastest growth period for the frontal lobe, which is by thinking, judging, making decisions. Also, processing the memory and problem solving increase. And the play involves complex themes, varied expressions, and active games. Learning to play with others is a complex skill that develops over time. Playing with others requires children to take turns, to cooperate, and to negotiate with others. Through play, children can practice taking multiple points of view, because I say something and the other one says, no, I want to do this. So it's like little by little, I am getting being aware of other people ideas or my friends thinking. So children who initially believe that everyone sees the world the same way may learn by acting out a role or pretending to be somebody else that other people see things differently. They go through 4 stages as they develop their ability to play together. First one is the solitary play, when children play alone and show no interest in what other children are doing. Then it comes the parallel play. 2 or more children play side by side and use the same materials, but do not interact or work together or share. Then it comes associative play. The children share toys and try to work together, but still have trouble taking turns and solving disagreements. And then comes the cooperative play. The children act out complementary roles in a shared scenario, divide up the roles, decide who will do that, what, and truly work together. So what children need for play? Children need to follow the following things to develop and promote play. New experiences for high quality play. The chance to explore and experiment with new materials. Uninterrupted playtime. They need that kind of like time for them to to try that toy, to see how it works, what other things I can bring to this. So if you see your child playing by themselves or by himself, that is a time that he needs it. So what support they need from us, the adults, for the safe and developmentally appropriate toys, appropriate for their child's age and ability, safe spaces to explore freely without being restrictive, a small amount of quiet time to process what they have learned before beginning a new activity. And children do not need fancy or expensive toys that claims to make a child smarter, if that's not the case. The most important person in play for young children is your company. Like we mentioned before, when we were asking your favorite game when you were a child, if you had the company of your parents playing, that is a memory that is, it takes forever. So now, if your parents didn't play with you for whatever reason they had, it's on you now to create that opportunity for your children to play with them. Because they love the time they spend with adults and learn best through face-to-face interaction with other people. The young children do not necessarily need expensive toys that we say. They could be as effective with everything from around the house, such a box, a wooden spoon, or a plastic bowl, as any other toy. But this one is just at home and is very handy. Remember my kids playing with big boxes? That was their fort. That was a store. There was many things. We'll cut the windows because it's a big box, so the air will be, flowing. But they will, with a marker or a crayon, they will be decorating things inside, and they could be there forever. So different approaches when talking about children's personalities, we have to have in mind. Some children are not action-oriented. They are more watchers and are happy to hang out and play quietly. So these children prefer to take the world in by looking or listening and prefer exploring with their hands. So using their fine motor skills instead of the large muscle, which is our arms and legs, and focus their attention intensively on an activity such as working to get a puzzle piece in place, for example. For the watchers in your care, try the following strategies to respect his pace and style. There are like people that they want to be calm and do simple things, or not simple, but by themselves and in a slow pace, maybe. Offer a lot of opportunities to play with the things that he or she enjoys. For example, books or dress up clothes or puzzles, building blocks, toy figures, and so forth. Add movement to activities that they already enjoy. For infants, probably favorite toy a little bit beyond her easy reach, or playing music while they were cleaning up. And it's easy to shift from listening to dancing. We have other children that are movers and shakers, who seems to always be on the go. They like to reach out, grab, crawl, and explore. Movers and shakers love spaces that offer lots of opportunity for movement, tend to reach out for and touch anything that they can get their hands on, and may need a lot of supervision. And aren't bad, they're not bad or wild or out of control kids. They just love to move. For movers and shakers, try the following strategies. Offer lots of opportunity for safe, active exploration. Make sure to baby-proof your entire home. Create obstacle courses with pillows on the floor. Play hide and seek. or freeze tag, or other active games. Have him or her help with everyday age-appropriate activities, maybe setting the table for lunch if they're a little older. Do not expect them to lay down or sit still for a long time. Let them stand for a diaper change if that's the age. Allow them to turn the pages when you are reading a book, or act out the story when you read the story, or give them the extra time to wind down before nap time. You are the only one that can make a difference in your children. We're going to look very quick the benefits to play. It helps children feel loved because parents take time to play with them, encourage communication between parents and children, and provides an opportunity to get to know the uniqueness of your child. And we're talking about their thoughts, their needs, the satisfaction, the problems, the feelings, and play provides time for fun. Another benefit is that relieves stress for both children and parents, build memories for parents and children, promote physical development for parents and children because you're running around, you are doing some exercise there. Help children learn concepts as colors, shapes, and numbers in a fun way. Increases self-confidence as children learn who they are, what they can do, and about the world around them. Also, provide opportunities to express emotions, develop creativity, and develop social skills to get along with others. And the way that the children have developed those social skills with the first circle of friends, which is the family, that's the same way that they're going to apply that knowledge to others, with friends in school, and as an adult, whatever social skills they develop, that attachment that we talk about, is the one that I'm going to apply with other relationships. Barriers. Well, some people say, I don't have enough time, I'm so busy. I need to clean, I have responsibilities. I'm tired. It's a waste of time playing with kids. Children do not play nicely. They're messy. We can have a lot of barriers in our mind that maybe are not allowing us to play with our kids. But your children need that interaction with you and playing. You know that play is not just sending them to, I just go and play because I'm busy. They need you once in a while playing with them at least 15 minutes a day. So the priority here is my child's development and not so much of if I have clean this now. You can have those priorities. We have to do everything, but we have to put the priorities for the things that are very, very important, which is our children. Another barrier is like we don't have enough space to play. But you know that even in your lab, a child can play. Or maybe the parents may not know how to play or don't feel comfortable playing. Since maybe some of you, the parents will play with you, you don't see that importance now that you're a parent. But it is very important to spend time with our children playing. Maybe as a parent, you don't know what the limits length of the playtime. It could be stressful because you want the child to play something and the child, no, I don't want that. So we're going to see how we have to have that play so everything flows very well and is a healthy play. So what is your first thought about this? So our reaction is like, oh no, there's a mess. So we need to breathe in, breathe out when we see things like that, and start thinking about the positive things that you see. That child is happy. Hands are very colorful. And so when we start talking to them, that's the way that you're going to approach things. Wow, look at your hands are very, very colorful. I see green, I see pink, I see blue. You're having fun, huh? Because I can see in your face. And then you say, hey, show me where you find those that paint. And that use that as a positive and a teachable moment. And you teach them, when you want to play like that, with that the paint, you have to let me know so we can do it in a table and not in the carpet. And because for them it's a game, and it's something that I know she, because of her face, you can see that she has having fun and even like feeling that paint in their hands and the colors. So that's the way we need to approach it. So when we play with children, the child is the center of the play. So let your child take the lead during play rather than you trying to direct the child's play. Move through the activity at your child's speed. Don't expect too much, give them time. Don't compete with your child because your child he cannot compete with you. So, and we have to let them lead and then you just follow. Praise and encourage ideas and creativity, but don't criticize. If that is, oh, let's color this page, and you see then that it's out of the lines and it's only where you know that the age that she or she is, that skill is not there yet. So we're going just to don't say anything. Oh, I love how you color the hair, even if it's green, it's in blue. That's the way that she wanted. And take part in the play activity, but let your children to be in charge of it. Build on your child's idea and imagination, and describe what your child is doing rather than asking a lot of questions and pointing out that this is not well how you do it, and this is how you not to play this game. Make sure to be an attentive and appreciative audience. Use the scripted comment instead of asking questions. Curb your desire to give too much help. Let them do things. And encourage your children to solve the problem if they have something. And then if they see them struggling, you can say, can I help? Can I help to help you with the block or things like that? Reward the quiet play with your attention and laugh and have fun with them. So when they think about, you say, hey, you want to play? Or she says, I want to play with you, Mom. They come to us like you are a good person, a good presence for them to have you in their play, instead of like the parent says, hey, let's play. And they say, no, I don't want to play with you. No, not now. Just check what is going on. Maybe you're pushing them to do things that they're not ready for, or they don't want in the moment. Instead, remember, the children are going to lead and you're going to follow. Also, we're going to praise them. Think about a time as a child when you did something positive and no one noticed it. How do you feel? Now think about a time as a child when you were noticed and praised for doing something positive. Did that encourage you to repeat the positive activity, whatever you did? I bet you did. Children need attention from the parents and older adults. If they don't receive attention for good behavior, they are more likely to misbehave in order to get their attention met. That need of attention. So practice giving effective praise. We're going to have some ways to do it. Because sometimes we say, oh, good job, or you did good. But the young kids, that you need to be specific. You just think like if you're looking through a camera and you are being specific and what you see is what you say. For example, being specific and descriptive, you can say, well, Sarah, you helped Josh pick up his crayons when they fell on the ground. That was very kind of you. So you are being specific and descriptive. Then what happened? It's like you're the camera. Emphasizing and values effort. For example, you can say, Avery, you work hard on stacking those blocks so high. That's amazing. So you are focusing on how hard you worked to get those blocks very high. And emphasizing feelings. For example, you could say, Charles, when you saw your little friend, you give him a big hug and he smiled. Hugging your friends make them happy. So again, that's how the child is feeling and what they do to make others have feelings too. So we have to be specific. That way they know exactly in details what you're talking about and they are understanding because they're the one that did that action. And that way they understand really what you're saying. And that self-esteem really increases. And the more praises of specific things makes them feel good and you're going to have less misbehavior. Sometimes our problem is as a human being, we focus on everything negative. And when that happens, as a child that takes everything in, as an adult, you have a filter and you say, oh, I know my friend is not feeling good today. That's why he's feeling like that. As a child, they take it as it is. Whatever you're throwing to them, that's how they're taking it. So we have to be careful with our words and be really focus on the positive of what they do. Here's some more examples. Sonia is playing with toy cars in the living room. Mom says it is time to put the cars away. Sonia picks up the cars and places them in the plastic bucket where they belong. So Mom says, good job, Sonia. A better way to do that is exactly what they did. Sonia, I saw you that you pick up all the cars and put it in the bucket that they belong. You can say good job, but you have to really explain the details of what you saw. Remember, you are a camera, and that's what you're exactly what you're saying. You can build loving relationship with your children by taking time to play with them on a regular basis and praising them for positive behaviors. Regular play and praise also reduce problem behaviors, like I said before. Taking time to play and praise your children is an investment in his future. It makes the job of parenting easier in the long run. It is really an investment. We have a quote here from Mr. Rogers. Fred Rogers. And it says play is often talked about as if it were a relief from serious learning. But for children, play is a serious learning. Play is really the work of childhood. And remember, you are the one that can make a difference. And this is the last slide, and this is the evaluation link. This is a recording workshop, so you have to bring that link, copy it, and go to your browser, and it will take you right there. I hope that you learned something about play, and now you can see your children with a different lens about playing, and please be involved with them because your presence and your company and your involvement will make a huge difference in the children's life, and that memory stays forever. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next workshop of Better Brains for Babies.